All right. Well, Alex, it's no secret that you have an insane amount of fan support. I think we've all seen that. I got to experience that playing you last year at Miami Open when it was your breakout tournament, and I'm playing like at home. And I was like, why is nobody cheering for me? Like, literally, not one person.
Amazing. I mean, I played her when she kind of broke out last year in Miami, and I'm from there, and the whole crowd was against me, and I was like, what on earth is going on? Like, where do these people come
Let me tell you this. Whenever Jessica Pegula speaks, the tennis world pays attention. She is among the top 10 players globally and has spent enough time competing to recognize genuine talent when it appears. She is not someone who offers praise without meaning it, so when Jessica Pegula goes out of her way again and again to highlight Alex Eala, it is something you should not ignore because something remarkable is unfolding in women's tennis right now, and even the biggest stars on tour are beginning to recognize it. Now Pegula has done what many tennis fans have been waiting for, as she finally welcomed Alex Eala onto her podcast, bringing her in for a conversation that every tennis fan should hear, and the level of respect in that moment was undeniable from the very beginning, making it clear that this was far more than a routine guest appearance but rather a true tribute to a young player who has taken the tennis world by storm. Jessica Pegula did not hold anything back. She showered Alex Eala with admiration in a way that was incredible to witness. She highlighted how Eala has now become the highest-ranked Filipino player in history. Pause for a moment. This is the highest-ranked Filipino ever in the sport. Pegula made it clear what that represents. She explained that Eala carries the hopes of an entire nation on her shoulders. People across her country see themselves in her, see their pride, passion, and dreams, and she does it all with remarkable grace and humility. That achievement deserves every bit of recognition it is receiving. Pegula also recalled a moment she clearly has never forgotten. She went back to the Miami Open last year, when she faced Eala on the court, and was completely blown away by what she witnessed. Miami is Pegula's home, her crowd, her city, yet when she stepped onto that court, the energy, the cheers, the excitement, it was almost entirely for Eala. Despite being in Pegula's own backyard, the crowd had rallied for this young Filipino player. Pegula admitted she was genuinely surprised. She had very few supporters that day, and in that instant, she realized she was seeing something extraordinary. From that point on, Pegula knew without a doubt, Alex Eala can fill stadiums. She said it clearly, and she meant it. Since Miami, Eala has proven it again and again. In every tournament, every match, she draws people in, creating energy and an atmosphere that makes women's tennis feel electrifying and alive. To her credit, Eala handled all this praise exactly as you'd expect from someone with her character: humble, thoughtful, and reflective. She acknowledged how quickly her rise has happened and honestly discussed the whirlwind of her journey. She spoke about visiting places like Australia this year and suddenly realizing the magnitude of what she has achieved. She is now a genuine star, and she met it with awe and gratitude rather than arrogance. Every compliment Pegula gave was met with warmth and appreciation. The mutual respect between these two is undeniable. Watching them together on that podcast was a truly special moment for all fans of the sport.
Since then, though, now we know that you tend to pack a stadium. You're the highest ranked Filipino in WTA history.
But the podcast was only part of the story. Even before Ayala sat down with Pegula and shared that conversation with the world, Pegula had already made her feelings about this young player very clear. She showed it at one of the toughest moments imaginable. When Ayala fell in the round of 16, it was Pegula who stepped up. She offered support after that tough loss, having witnessed everything, and seeing it every single time Ayala takes the court after that defeat. Pegula didn't hold back. She spoke openly and honestly, leaving nothing unsaid. She made it crystal clear that one loss in the round of 16 does not define Alex Eala. One result on a single day cannot erase everything she has achieved or everything she will accomplish in this sport. Consider how powerful that statement is coming from someone of Pegula's standing. She stood up and said what needed to be said, refusing to let a single result overshadow an entire journey, and she was absolutely right. Pegula declared that no one paying attention to women's tennis can deny the potential Alex Eala brings to the WTA. And she is right, you simply cannot ignore it. Regardless of your opinion, the proof is right there every time Ayala steps on the court. The crowds, the energy, the passion, the connection with her fans, it's all real, powerful, and growing. Even before the podcast, Pegula had publicly praised the energy Eala brings to the tour. From the moment she first emerged, she injected something entirely new. A freshness, a spark, and a genuine love for the game and the fans supporting her. There's an authenticity to Alex Eala that cannot be faked. It is simply who she is, and the tennis world feels it. Pegula said she has loved watching Eala grow as a player, and then she said something that should make every tennis fan pause. What we are seeing now is just the beginning. Just the beginning, think about that. Everything we've witnessed, the incredible atmospheres, the packed arenas, the electric matches, is only the opening chapter of what Alex Eala will bring to tennis. If that's just the start, the rest of her story is destined to be truly extraordinary. And Pegula also addressed a point often overlooked when discussing rising stars.
I think it just gradually started to sink in, and when I kind of accepted that I was sort of a famous personality, then it became easier to handle.
You can say it. You're famous.
Pegula also spoke about how Alex Eala is handling the fame, attention, and pressure that come with her rise. It's one thing to have talent, but it's another to carry the hopes of an entire nation while staying grounded, humble, and gracious under intense scrutiny. Pegula said, "The way Eala is managing that responsibility is truly remarkable. She does it with elegance. She shows genuine appreciation for her fans in a way that is visible and heartfelt. Even in defeat, her composure reveals so much about who she is as a person, not just as an athlete." Pegula also understands the bigger picture. When a player draws the kind of crowds and energy that Eala does, it impacts the entire sport. It grows women's tennis, attracts new fans, excites existing supporters, and puts the WTA in conversations and on screens in places it has never reached before. Pegula recognizes what Eala represents, not only as a player but as a symbol for her people and as a force that is genuinely moving the sport forward. This podcast moment was inevitable. Pegula had already expressed that she wanted it to happen, and now it has, and it did not disappoint. It was a celebration of talent, character, and mutual respect between two extraordinary athletes. Every word of praise Pegula offered Alex Eala was well-deserved. What do you think about the connection between Jessica Pegula and Alex Eala? Did it surprise you to see a top 10 player show so much admiration and respect for someone still relatively new on tour? Do you believe Alex Eala has what it takes to become one of the true superstars of women's tennis in the coming years? And when Pegula says this is only the beginning, do you agree? How far do you see Eala going in this sport? Share all your thoughts in the comments below. We want to hear from you, especially the Filipino fans who have supported her from the start. Drop your predictions, reactions, and the moment that made you fall in love with Alex Eala.